And then it dawned on me, he's broke. There's a scene in here where he carves his initials, and there's just something about that I just really like. I thought she was dead. I thought she was fucking dead. Basically, sociopaths who fall in love. What's he gonna do? What's up, bookish besties? Welcome to my channel. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of start the channel off with like a little vlog and just see how many books I can read throughout the weekend. Today is Thursday and I plan on ending the vlog probably Sunday or Monday. I'm supposed to finish like at least 5 more books in the month of March and I have not. So my goal for the month of April is to read 20 whole books. So I'm hoping this weekend I can lock in like a good 4 or 5 books to finish. I know that's probably not going to happen, but that is my hope. And honestly, at the end of all this, if I never reach my 100 book goal by the end of the year, it's really not a big deal. It's just, it would be really cool if I did. You know what I mean? This is part of my TBR for the month of April. It's literally just like a diaper caddy, and I turned it into my book carrier. Genius, if I must say so myself. The first book that I desperately need to finish, The Wrath of the Fallen by A.V. Nicole. This is the 4th book in the Gods and Monsters series. There is more to come out, but I'm not sure exactly when the release dates are. About this much to finish, so this should easily be finished today. We've got this series right here. This is the North Shore series. I saw Yana on her YouTube do a reading vlog of these and I was instantly hooked. Like, I had to have these. Like, I need to know what she was screaming and hollering about. I'm pretty sure these are all just like interconnected standalones, like each separate love stories. Book 1, Beautiful Fiend. Book 2 is Heartless Beloved. Book 3 is Delightful Sins. 4, Lawless God. These seem like easy, fast, fun reads, so I figured these would be like the perfect choice. Gonna get started trying to finish this book. Kind of nervous to finish because I don't know when the next release is going to be, and so far all of her books in this series have ended on cliffhangers, and it's messing with my nerves. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me right now? I'm actually speechless right now. So, I was right. It ended on a cliffhanger. What? I'm gonna look up when the next book comes out. How many books are there supposed to be in this series? 7 books in total. So we have 3 more books coming. The next book is in September, okay? Okay, I can wait that long. Okay, I can do that. That's fine. If the actions at the end of this book are like actually final, I'm gonna sue. Okay, I just need to get my mind off the ending of that last book. So I'm just gonna go start this like right now because I need a distraction. Not gonna lie, I actually have no clue what the premise of these books are, except for they are romance and mafia related. It's to all my girls who, on their way to their prince, lost themselves in the villain's arms. Ooh, love. Okay. Well, the content warnings here are a bit foreboding, but not actually. Okay, this is dark romance. Like, this is darker romance than I think I've ever read, honestly. But I'm excited. There's a playlist. I love when books have playlists. Anything to get my mind off of this because I can't even talk about it. You know what? We're just gonna read and see where it takes us. ended up getting hungry, so I just made myself some dinner. This is tomato and cheese sandwich. If you know, you know. I'm eating this all summer. Sometimes I'll swap out the tomatoes for cucumbers, but this is literally like 90% of my diet for the summer. Like, I don't make the rules. This is just the best. Pair that with a crispy diet soda. Yeah! That hit the G spot. G for good. Get your mind out of the gutter. Stop it. I've literally only made like 5 pages in, but I can already tell this is going to be the kind of book where I hate the main male character until I like him. Right now, he's giving me nothing but ew. We'll see. Although it has been a long time since I've read dark romance, so I'm kind of have to like get used to the vibes. I'm gonna try to get a chunk of reading done. Check back in if I have any updates, but that's where I'll be. So. It's 10 p.m. at night. Got into about like page 62, and this has actually been like a really fast read for me, so I'm hoping that I can finish it really fast. Hopefully tonight. I don't know if I'm that ambitious, but I will knock a big chunk out. I think this is like the perfect palate cleanser for me right now because I honestly just needed to get my mind off of the last book that I finished, because the fact that I have to wait till September to find out what happens, diabolical. Okay, so I do have some thoughts. I'm like 62 pages in, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? I like dark romance. Yeah, I can enjoy it if it's like a well put together story and everything, and they have like real chemistry. This, I'm like, what is going on? Because I just do not like the main male character. And then it dawned on me, he's broke. Usually, when it's dark romance, especially if it's like mafia or something, they're like millionaires. He's broke, and he's still acting like he has dark mafia millionaire status. And I'm like, maybe that's why I'm like feeling the disconnect with this character, is because I'm like, okay, well, you gotta have something if you're gonna be an asshole, and he doesn't have the something. I don't know if that sounds insane or not. Maybe I need to take that up in therapy if I ever do go to therapy. Maybe I will eventually, but I'm not in therapy right now. I should probably be in therapy right now. That would probably be a good subject for me to talk about in therapy, is why it's acceptable for the trigger warnings when the man is like super rich, but if he's not okay. I don't know. I'm gonna keep reading though, because I can already see him like softening towards her, even though he is like majorly predatory right now. What is late night reading without a snack and a drink? Okay, I've got my crispy Diet Coke, as the kids would refer to it now, my fridge cigarette, okay, paired with famous cookies. If you don't get that reference, we can't be friends, okay? The Office, by the way. Guys, I'm kind of into it now. Okay? I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. He wraps a hand around my jaw and tilts my head to the side. Did they hit you? What? Your cheek, he insists. It's swollen, so it's a simple question. Did they hit you? What's he gonna do? Hello? He's a sex worker. So he's running a business here. This is solicitation at its finest here. Who am I to judge?
not me.
I just finished Beautiful Fiend, and I gotta say, the ending was really cute. I believe this is classified as like an enemies to lovers, and it was like a true enemies to lovers. They literally ride or die for each other. The ending, the way she finally gets out, I'm not gonna lie, I was saying before, like, I don't know what I thought about it because, like, I haven't been reading dark romance, and I'm not really used to, like, how dark it is. But now that I've gotten through this and I've like read the ending, I'm like, okay, now I'm like a little bit more refreshed and like used to the trigger warnings, if that makes sense. Honestly, on a roll right now, this book was actually so easy to get through too. I literally read this book in 2 separate settings. I'm just gonna go ahead and start on the next one because now I'm kind of curious with the characters introduced in the first book, who's gonna be the next couple. Okay, guys, it's now Sunday afternoon. I actually finished this book at 2 a.m. in the morning last night. It's now 2 p.m. on Sunday, and I haven't been able to start the next book yet. I'll say this book was way more my stride. Actually, way better than Beautiful Fiend was. Literally could not put it down. I read this entire book in basically like one sitting. She's a princess, and he's basically her bodyguard. Not in like the actual sense that she's a princess and he's the bodyguard, but that's like their dynamic. And I just love it so much because he literally, every single time he like thinks about her, he's just yearning for her. There is a scene in here where he's basically like supposed to like seduce her and get information about her son or dad so that they can like blackmail him for money. So he goes over there. It's the middle of the night. She's doing homework. She hasn't eaten or slept for a day. And he's just like so concerned because he can tell that she's dehydrated and he can tell that she's really tired and that she's like pushing herself by trying to get all of her assignments done. So what does he do? He does not seduce her. No, that is not what he does. Although a little bit. He does a little bit. But that's not what he does. That's not what they do. Okay? Instead, he makes her a whole ass meal. Cooks for her in her apartment when he's supposed to be doing recon. Like, are we joking? Are we joking? And I'm sorry, but Alex, she's literally me, okay? She's literally me from 5 years ago. I used to, like, the people-pleasing tendencies and how, like, Zai helps her get over that and, like, trust herself and be confident in herself. The ending where she basically, like, outsmarts all of them and is like, fuck all of you bitches. I'm taking my power back. It was amazing. Loved it. Now, I must start Delightful Sins. This one, I'm a little bit nervous for because it's like, I'm not sure what it's called, but it's like 2 men, 1 girl. Sounds intriguing. I've only ever read that once before, and I actually really liked it. So I have high hopes for this. I think it's going to be good, but I am kind of nervous. I'm like 50 pages in, and we're kind of like starting to be introduced to Jade's backstory, which is the main character of this, and how she like grew up like pretty traumatized, and one of the results is that she has like a eating disorder. She runs to the bathroom to go, and her ex-boyfriend, she says, let me go. He says, say it, tell me you're beautiful and I'll let you go. Promise me you won't try to make yourself sick and you won't have to deal with me anymore. Just so cute. Here's my thing, right? I'm starting to notice a pattern with Lola King. I don't know if this is in all of her works, but I know this is for sure the North Shore series. The premise of these books that you should know is that basically sociopaths who fall in love. Is that a thing in real life? I don't know. Kind of seems like something that they can't do. But this is fiction, so. 175 pages into this, and I'm enjoying it just as much as the other ones. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm so interested in Jade. I feel like she's the most interesting character so far. She is, like, just an angry woman. And even like the dedication for this book is literally like, this book is for all the women who are angry. Like literally Jade is literally like an angry woman who has done so wrong, and like just like the whole world is out to get her, but she like was just like an innocent little, she's my baby, and I just like, she's my baby, and people are doing her so dirty in this book. Even the male love interests are doing her so dirty right now, and it's like really pissing me off because she's like my baby, okay? Like, not to mention the fact that she can work on cars and she's a street racer. On top of all, like, she's so interesting. Like, I just love her so much, and I don't even know her backstory yet. Like, I know like little bits and pieces of it, and I know that something like really bad happened to her, but nobody believed her. Nobody believed her. And I don't even know what happened. But do I really need to know what happened? Because I feel like as women, we all know what it's like to not be believed. Character-wise, this is my favorite book so far. But as far as like relationship dynamic, I think Heartless Beloved was actually my favorite because she's just a princess getting princess treatment 24/7. And there's just something about that I just really like. Anyways, I'm going to try to finish this book today. It's actually Monday, by the way, so I do have one more book after this. I know I said I was going to try to finish by Sunday, but who am I freaking kidding? Me. I kid myself. Remember at the beginning of the vlog when I was like, oh yeah, I should be able to read 4 books over the weekend? Boy, was I wrong, okay? It is currently Wednesday night. Yeah, almost midnight on a Wednesday night. And I have yet to finish the 3rd book in this series. Listen, I've been working really hard. I've been trying, okay? It's just life's been lifing. You know what I mean? Life's been lifing. So we're just gonna call this a realistic reading vlog. I don't know what the hell I was thinking I could read 5 books in 1 weekend. No. 5 books in 2 weeks? Sure, but 1 weekend? Oh, you're silly, you're goofy. I finally got to the part where they're like collaborating, if you know what I mean. I don't really know. I'm a little bit inexperienced, but one thing I do know is I'm enjoying it. So I do plan on finishing this book tonight and starting on the 4th book, which is also the last book in this series. So I did bust out a good old Blueberry Rebel. Juneberry. Might I correct myself here. And I just took my nails off too. So listen, she says, did you notice you don't have a favorite anything? And he says, you. What do you mean me? I can't be your favorite everything. But you are. You're my favorite taste. You're my favorite quote, book, movie, season, holiday. You're my favorite everything, Jade. Every experience in life is dull unless you're here. Then it becomes my favorite. That's a little crazy. Call me crazy then. Call me crazy. Aw, my little psychopath. Honestly, not really on board with what Ethan does for like a hobby. If you know, you know. But it seems to work for her. But if it were me, like I'm like, what happens when he gets angry at me? Then am I dead? Actually going to pass away right now. I'm actually, this cannot be real. Oh, thank God. Oh my God. It wasn't Jade. She didn't die. Oh my fucking God. What the fuck? How dare you? Lola King. What the fuck? I just had the biggest fucking jump scare of my fucking life. What in the actual fuck was that? I thought she was dead. I thought she was fucking dead. My heart is literally like beating out of my chest. Yay, I finished. It was literally like the jump scare. I literally thought we lost. I thought this book was going to end in a tragedy. Like, literally the way that she wrote it was like, yeah, she's dead. But she wasn't dead. Officially love this book. I think this is probably my favorite book in the series so far. The other 2 were really good, but this emotional wise, like the depth of the characters' emotions was just like so good. I'm going to give it a little bit of time to sit and then just rate them all at the end when I had a chance to think about it. I'll probably rank them as well, and it's like by which one's my favorite to least favorite. I'm literally going to like immediately start the next one. The last book in the series. If I understand correctly, I think that there are more stories in this like universe, but they're part of a different series, I believe. I'm really excited for this one because apparently the main character in this book is a single mom of 2 kids, and I don't know, something about that just speaks to me now that I'm a mom myself. I literally don't even know what day it is. I don't even know when I started this. I just know that I started it a long time ago. This is probably my favorite book out of the entire series so far. Like, this is true enemies to lovers with a bit of Stockholm syndrome mixed in with it, forced marriage, forced proximity, yeah. Also, I'm trying out these blue light glasses, and I don't know if this is the look or not, but it's what I have, so. And my eyes do feel better, less strained. Anyways, I'm probably going to give this a 6 stars. It's been like almost a week since I started this series. And I know I said I was going to finish over the weekend, but it is now Monday, going on Tuesday morning. Yeah, that's where we're at. But mostly I'm just having a good old time, so. So I finally finished the North Shore series last night. I finished this book. I loved it absolutely so much. I think this is my favorite book out of the entire series. I'm literally going to rate it 5 stars. The characters in this were absolutely amazing. Both characters in this were like actually so relatable, and like I see a lot of myself in both of them. I love the storyline. The spicy scenes were actually... There's a scene in here where he literally carves his initials. So, if that's your thing. Actually realized that like my ranking of these books is like the exact opposite order of how they were like published. So it goes Beautiful Fiend, Heartless Beloved, Delightful Sins, and then Lawless God. But my ranking of them is Lawless God, Delightful Sins, Heartless Beloved, and then Beautiful Fiend. I'm ranking them off of like the relationship dynamic in these. This was basically enemies to lovers, forced marriage, forced proximity. She did him dirty and like sent him to prison, so now he's gonna get his revenge. Oh, it was so good. We have this one. This is male, female throuple type situation. I'm actually not sure exactly what you call this, but I love this so much because the character Jade, the main female character in this, I just love her so much. She's literally my baby, okay? I want to protect her at all costs. She was literally done so dirty ever since she was like a little girl, and like the way that she reacts to it, like with her anger, is just so relatable and so raw and so real, and this pulled a lot of emotions out of me, actually. Basically, she falls in love with 2 like childhood best friends. Basically, they're like brothers, but they're like in a gang, so they're like kind of dangerous, and they've been in love with her for forever. One of them is a psychopath, like he's a serial killer, and he literally has like killed every single person who's like ever disrespected her ever. And then the other main male character, who is his brother, covers up his murders to protect him and her. But also he's like been plotting since he met her on how to have her, and he like they literally can't come to agreement to like who should have her, so they literally just decide like let's just share her. Yeah. She has no problem with that, obviously. It was great. I love this one. I'm gonna rate this 4 stars. And then my third favorite was Heartless Beloved. I love this one because basically she's like from like a rich town over. She's like a rich little princess going to college, and he's like a drug dealer who deals drugs to the college that like she goes to. She's just like so wholesome, and she's like, he literally calls her a cupcake. Basically, she's a princess and he treats her like she is one. Like, I just love him so much. I think this was like the least dark out of the entire series. Last but definitely not least is Beautiful Fiend. When he realizes that like he's actually in love, he's literally like, the way that he confesses his love to her and like how he's like not afraid of how much he loves her is like just so good. And he literally sacrifices, I can't even tell you because it'll spoil, but he sacrifices so much to give her her dream, which is basically become a UFC fighter and like get out of her like town with like the drugs and like the gangs and all that. She just wants to get out, and all he wants to do is do that for her, and he does it, but in the most devastating way possible. This is a man who knows how to sacrifice something for his woman, okay? That's all I have to say about that. I love them all so much. I'm also giving this one a 4 stars. So I gave these 3 4 stars, but my favorite ranking is based off of like the relationship dynamic. By far, this one was my absolute favorite. I will say there are a lot of trigger warnings in this. There are a lot of like definitely like non-con tropes in these books. So definitely just know about that before you go into this, because I honestly didn't really know that much before I went into it. And I kind of wish I did with this one. I think I might have liked this one much better if I had like been prepared, but like that's me. That's 100% on me. Totally my problem to deal with. This is my first time reading Lola King, and I'm definitely going to pick up more of her books because I think she just did such a good job with the storyline and the characters and everything like that. And she made like the situations that these characters in are like, she made them sound really authentic. Like, I know people like include like lots of tropes like this in dark romance all the time, but she made it seem like so authentic, like the most natural thing that could happen like in real life with the characters and with like the circumstances in these books. I know this is probably like the most boring vlog you've ever seen in your entire life. I'm going to keep posting more reading vlogs because I actually had a lot of fun doing this. So if you're interested in watching somebody grow their account from the ground up, feel free to follow me because I love watching people's journeys. I love watching people improve. I love books. I love everything bookish. I love talking. I don't have near enough friends, and so I decided to start this channel for that reason. Thanks for watching. Bye.